So a little more work today on the Talk Timer app. Today was adding a times up screen. So if we put it for a second and then we start the timer, now there's a nice screen, an overlay that shows up when it finishes that tells you that the time is up, and you can press the button and it will clear. So that was relatively straightforward. It was very straightforward with AI, and you can see using Copilot here, what I was basically doing was uh, simply telling Copilot what the things I wanted to do, and then it would spit out some code. And most of what I found myself doing was really reviewing what Copilot produced, and it was just this little bit of HTML here, this bit with, so this section here, the times up overlay, the hidden, right? So that kind of little HTML there, and then there were a couple, they are up here, I believe. Yeah, so these show times up overlay, hide times up overlay, stuff like that. Little preferences for me, right? I prefer explicit errors versus not having this case here, right? So the stuff the AI was producing often had that. And then unfortunately what that does is if you can't find it, for example, if you switch between IDs and classes on the selectors, it won't work, and it won't be obvious why. Like, you'll look at the console and there's no errors in the console. So that's a preference for me. I prefer explicit errors like that. So that was one of the things that I was changing. So yeah, the HTML, the JavaScript, and then especially with the CSS, it was very useful for spitting out a bunch of CSS, and then I was sort of glancing over it and saying like, yeah, okay, that seems reasonable, and yeah, so very useful for cranking that out relatively quickly. And if we do, let's see, a 2-second. Yeah, there it is. Time's up overlay.